only gone 50 metres from the shed and we're already boxed. So you can see the issue we're having here. We've driven a short distance from the shed to here, and if we're not in four-wheel drive, we can't even leave the shed compound. We've still got 2 kilometres to go out the back here to the citrus patch that we need to make it to. And as I said, this forklift is going to spend its whole entire life in four-wheel drive on this property. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, we'll find out when the time comes, I suppose. But so now we're in four-wheel drive. We'll put our seatbelt back on because safety first. And we'll get going. Yep, she's a slow old trip. Let's see if it'll do it. We're actually going slower. We better drop back down to second. Bloody hell, I'm in four-wheel drive here and I can't even get up this hill. Not trying to break any laws of physics here, I'm just, you know, trying to drive up the friggin' road. You wait there. Bloody seatbelts on forklifts. So I've just taken some air out of these back tyres. The back tyres were supposed to have 68 pound of air in them. This back one had 92, and that back one on that side had 75. So the front ones are supposed to have 90. We'll go and check them and see if they're as far out as the back ones were. Okay, so we've got our tyres let down a little bit. You'll be able to see a little bit of a bulge at the bottom of the tyre there. Hopefully that'll help us with some traction with this forklift. It is a four-wheel drive forklift with diff lock, but with no weight on the front of it, we have no hope of getting this down our sandy citrus rows. It just starts bouncing and loses traction.
Going down to the block to put up it.
don't know if I said at the shed or not. We're just running some bins out in the Cara-Caras. So we've been using the truck here to run empty bins down from the shed down to the patch here so we can run them out into the rows. We're going to be picking these Cara-Caras tomorrow. Need to get about 96 bins, or hopefully spot on 96 bins for the truck. We've already loaded one load out into the patch, and I've got these bins here that I have to go and load out into rows as well, just to get a head start for the morning. It's not going to be an early start because we can't pick oranges when they're wet. And with the dew that we've been having in these mornings, they're wet till 9, 10 o'clock most mornings. The more I get done tonight, the less of a rush I'll be in the morning to get these bins set up for the pickers. So you might be asking yourself, Ash, how's the forklift going now that you've let the tyres down? Yeah, I haven't got stuck yet. Well, it is going a little bit better, but it's hard to tell because we had some rain over the last couple of days. Probably had 5 or 6 mil over the last few days. It's made the ground nice and wet, which has increased traction. We're not driving straight over the top of a sand hill anymore. It's sort of damp soil and holds together a little bit more, so it's making it easy to run bins out, that is for sure. But I can't exactly tell if letting the air out of the tyres has done the trick. We'll find out when it dries out again, but I just didn't want to get down here and have that same issue. Anyway, we better get to loading these bins out. Oh, it's cold out there. They haven't forecast any rain, but we've had a quick shower, and looking at the clouds over there, looks like we'll be expecting another one any moment. So we are lucky enough to be experiencing a top of 14 today. It's not literally freezing, like it's not actually freezing, but you know, you get the point. I had my drone up before. You know if I use the footage, because you probably would have seen it already. So I'm just packing it away now before I head back up to the shed. Okay, let's go.
Hi guys, Katie here. We started picking our Cara-Caras yesterday. The footage that you saw just before was from the day before. We've picked all these trees here, and the pickers are just over the rise there, picking probably the last 10 rows. You guys are probably wondering, wow, what a weird looking forklift. And it is. It's not one that I've ever used as a forklift before. So this is our M5. You guys have seen it, seen Ash in it spraying. And the reason it's out here is because we have had huge technical difficulties the last couple of days. As well as being very sick and feverish. We have had 2 forklifts bogged, and it has just been a little bit chaotic. So here I had a couple of bins that I needed to get out of a really wet, boggy spot, right down in one of the hollows. And I tried to get it yesterday and got the Hangcha bogged. So yeah, this was my solution today. Put our back forks on the M5, and then I could use the 4-wheel drive and the bigger tyres and all of that to be able to get the traction I needed to get the bins out. One of the downsides of using this is I can only bring one back at a time. So I've got a lot of just one stacks just sitting around that I'll need to stack up with the Hangcha when that gets back, and then put on the truck and take back to the shed. It's currently 20 past 5, so hopefully I'll be able to get this done.
We're just down here. We've been picking these Cara-Caras today. We've just finished cleaning the patch up. We got a little bit less than we were expecting to get, but we weren't exactly sure because these are pretty small trees. So some of these bins are a little bit underfull. That's okay. We've moved the pickers to the next patch now. They're into the Washingtons. So yeah, I've just got to load the rest of these bins onto the truck and take them up to the shed, get them ready there for the big truck to take them down to the packing shed. So there goes Katie with the last tractor of the day. We've had to swap patches. We've finished our Cara-Caras now. We've got all of our Cara-Cara bins here. There's 75 bins of Cara-Caras there. I've left a little cute sticker on the front of them for the truck driver. And now we're into picking our Washingtons as well. When we finish picking them, I'll put a sticker on the front of them as well. But Katie's just gone to run the last tractor out for the pickers, and she'll bring the full one in. We've had to resort to doing that out on this back sand hill because we cannot get any traction at all with our new four-wheel drive forklift. It's been a real pain to try and get it through the soft sand. It's just not playing ball. So we've had to resort to putting our old bin trailers that we used to use years and years ago on the Kubotas and picking out there with them. For next year, we're going to have to get set up a little bit better. We used to be mostly citrus. In the last sort of 2 decades, we've moved mostly to vegetables. So none of our citrus equipment really got any upgrades because we were phasing out of it. But now we've planted more citrus. So in the next coming years, we're going to have citrus coming into maturity that'll start producing a lot of fruit every year. So we're going to have to start doing some upgrades on our infrastructure and on our equipment to be able to handle it a little bit better. We're only doing about 1,500 to 1,800 bins a year of citrus. Of those size bins, there's about 400 kilos worth of fruit in each bin, 420-ish. And in recent years, we've just been doing it with a forklift. So the forklift will run all the bins out throughout the patch and move any bins that need moving. And then when they're full, the forklift will just come in and pick them all up and stack them up and bring them to the shed. We bought the truck over there to help with that so we could load the truck with the forklift out on the block, drive the truck back here and unload here with the Lindy forklifts. I just found a screw. It's proving to be more of a hassle than it's worth. So we might be looking to upgrade our trailers to auto dumping trailers and getting a couple of little four-wheel drive Kubota tractors like 60-40s or 70-40s or something like that just to tow the bin trailers, and then also in the off-season they can help with slashing and weedersiding and stuff like that as well. Sometimes it'd be nice just to have an open cab tractor. The only open cab tractor we've got is the old John Deere forklift. Don't get me wrong, I've done a lot of hours on that 1750 running bins, but there's easier ways to do it. Anyway, we've got 75 bins of Cara-Caras here. We'll have another 6 bins coming in on the first trailer that Katie's going to bring in. And she's just taken another 4 bins out there to finish off the 96 bins we needed for the day. So hopefully, if all goes well, we'll get our 96 bins and everyone will be happy. Katie is just on her way back in now. It's been a long couple of days trying to get these little trees picked. The pickers have not long left. They have Yeah, they've put in a big couple of days over the last few days. Not easy work. It's annoying some days. We've had really cold and wet mornings the last few mornings, and because you can't pick citrus wet, it's actually, sometimes the trees are still too wet until after lunch. The last 2 days, we haven't been able to start until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's 6 o'clock here now. Katie is just pulling in with the last tractor, with the last 4 bins that we needed. So we'll get them all stacked up and knock off for the day. Seven lorries of 21 plus 75 bins of Cara-Caras is 96. Perfect. So that's our 96 bins done for the truck. Hectic couple of days trying to get these off, between the trees being small and then every morning dealing with the dew and some frost, and we can't pick citrus while the trees are wet, so we have to wait till the trees completely dry off and the fruit gets up to a certain temperature before we can start picking for the day. Anyway, that's resulted in us not being able to start picking until about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so after lunch. It's annoying for us as growers, it's annoying for the pickers as well because they want to get to work and unfortunately we can't. Anyway, we got it done, another impossible day done. Can you guys just tell me how many bins are there? Anyway, that's us for another day, guys. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to put a like down below. If you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe.
Let's go home.
I'm going home. Have a good one.
day.
Catch ya.